Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, goblins of all ages, welcome back to another edition of the greatest goddamn D&D stream on this world and the next. Welcome to Goblins Under the Stairs. It's Sunday night, so it's time to take an epic rampoo, and baby, I'm here to make it Mac nasty because we're back, baby, and I'm not here alone. I got London and Bershroud. I got Crick. Number 3, I got Manta Zermeister, and of course, to take us on this epic adventure, the greatest goddamn D&D DM in all the land. Here, his Nate Gonzalez. Take it away.
Oh, thank you, Soul Raptor Destroyer. Thank you very much. And welcome everyone to tonight's Sunday night edition of Goblins Under the Stairs. Give you guys a quick little recap of what happened the last time we were together, in case you missed it, and we will jump right on into this thing. So last time we were together, our adventurers washed up upon the shore after a storm wreck with coming into some close contact with some zombies that were the sailors on the ship that they were sailing upon. Were able to lay them to rest once and for all and make their way up to along the side of this cliff on the island here to Dragon's Rest, a monastery dedicated to Bahamut and justice and peace. People come here to seek refuge and get away from a violent life and all sorts of other things. Find themselves here. The kobolds met you guys with great excitement, asking you guys millions of questions right off the bat. But Runera, the elder there, greeted you guys, getting them to back off a little bit and welcomed you guys to Dragon's Rest, making you feel right at home. She introduced you guys to a couple of the kobolds and a couple of the humans here. Tarek, the botanist and gardener. We have Varnith, the woman who takes care of a lot of the things that need fixing ups around here. And of course, a bunch of the other kobolds, a few of them, a little erratic and different kinds of personalities. But with a belly full of stew, you guys decided to go on to just speak with a few of these people. Manto and Rampu went down and spoke with Tarek, the botanist, and learned from him that he established a connection with the Myconids on the south part of the island within some sea caves down there. They established like a nice trade system, and they've been having this connection for a little bit of time now. But recent weeks, this connection has been severed. He's been trying to go down there to see them, but for whatever reason, they have set up some sort of octopus guardian, a fungal octopus guardian at their sea cave entrance, blocking anyone from being able to enter in there, and seemingly having like a little bit of a dismissive demeanor from what he's been able to tell from a distance. You guys also learned that there has been a couple of other shipwrecks that have happened, some not quite so recently, more so in the past, and one very specifically about 40 or 50 years ago, a ship called the Compass Rose, that the wreck of the ship still lies on the north part of the island at the end of some rocky kind of isles out there, and it was suggested to you guys to perhaps go investigate that area. See maybe if you can figure out why these ships have been wrecking, maybe if you can figure out what the zombie curse is all about. And of course, I forgot to mention with Tarek, the Myconids, he wants you guys to reestablish the connection with them. He gives you guys this bag of scraps of all sorts of food scraps and whatnot to give to them. And he will also want you guys to bring back some heartcap mushrooms for him. He said that if you guys bring back some extra, so he'll be happy to make you guys some sort of potions or elixirs with that. And if you guys find anything else there, any other potions, I should be happy to check those out as well. With all this kind of gained and gathered, we still have Crick and Langston up in the library after finishing their meal, investigating a bit, scouring the books on these shelves here. As they look through the books and all the tomes scattered throughout here, notice that a lot of it seems to be focused on theology, gods and deities and sorts of things like that, and history is a lot of things that you find in there. But as you guys spend a decent amount of time kind of pulling the shelves in here, maybe 3 to 5 hours, why don't you guys make an investigation check for me, please? Either you guys can both make individual ones, or if Crick is assisting Langston, you can make one with advantage.
I mean, my investigation's not the best, so it's
I got a
entirely up to you.
+5.
I'm cool. I was gonna say I'm cool to help you with that then.
Yeah, if that's possible. You tell me
go
what
ahead.
he's looking for.
I'll
All
just
right.
be like, let me know if you find anything that's got like the names of dragons, or like anything that could be the lore. Oh my goodness.
Getting him out early. Getting him out early.
Cool. Yeah, you guys spend a few
write
hours
that
in
one.
here digging through things, and everything that you come across isn't much more than you've already have gathered from, or what you know from previous knowledge about some of these dragon gods and the deities with the dragon pantheon. Nothing really in here in the books on these shelves outline or describe any of the history of the island itself, or at least anything that you have found. The 7, hard to really say that you found too much helpful, but I will say that through some of these books of Bahamut that you've found, you guys see that his title is known as the Platinum Dragon, or the King of Good Dragons, or he's got this typically depicted as this majestic, massive platinum dragon. His scales glowing with this almost like bluish sheen. His eyes also blue and kind of piercing into the soul. In his human form, though, which is a kind of an interesting bit, he comes across as a human with 7 different birds flying around him at all times. And you learn that, of course, his alignment is that of lawful good, and he's usually associated with that of justice and protection, nobility and honor, all sorts of things like that. So this place, a place to worship Bahamut, you would imagine, of course, as you have seen, they're very peaceful people and welcoming, and it's a place of healing and justice.
All right.
Sorry for having trouble reading a little bit. I'm like messing with my eye.
With your literal eye.
just like
buddy,
moving
oh
my
my
eye
god,
around.
buddy, we gotta move that back into place.
Maybe we should go back with our friends and see what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. I don't think we need to burn any more candlelight, with daylight trying to investigate this. We can find our own answers on the way. I appreciate you coming with me with this, Crick. I know you might not be the biggest fan, but I do appreciate it.
Understood. And agreed.
It's an adequate response. I guess we'll saunter over and try to meet up with Captain Rampu and Manto.
Oh, good, it's working now. I can see. All right.
Oh god, did I turn mine?
All right, as you guys make your way on out of the library, Manto and Rampu, I'd imagine that you guys were probably making your way back up to meet them as well. Or I don't want to speak for you, but what were you guys doing?
Yeah, I think after our conversation with Tarek and Rampu not having any luck, blabbermouth, that we head up back with the gang.
Okay. Yep. You guys can certainly make your way back on up there then. The sun has begun to set beyond the crest of the ocean now, or the land rather, and you guys, with a belly full of stew, a little bit of an adventure behind you now with the Stormwreck and the zombies, and getting yourself settled in here for the day. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before potentially, taking a rest? You guys want to discuss your plans for tomorrow or whatever?
So,
R.I.P. Stu, you're wonderful.
yeah, so we got done talking with Tarek, and sounds like we want to get through to the Myconids. We've got to take out a certain fungal larva guarding the place down there.
Well, don't get too ahead of yourself. We don't know if we have to take it out. You just know that there is a creature protecting their colony for some reason and not letting outsiders in. Perhaps if we are able to find someone and speak to them, might be able to not have to fight this thing.
We should assume it's friendly.
I wouldn't go that far.
Do you
But-
think there's any like reasoning with this, you know, beast they got? Or is it just gonna kind of have to be like maybe we distract it to get past it kind of deal?
My
Reasoning.
question is, why would they want to keep everybody out all of a sudden?
Also true.
And if it's connected in any way to whatever is going on around here, between crashing ships, zombies, and everything in between.
And my thing is, if Tarek's not even allowed to go in through this fungal, you know, someone who's been able to kind of barter and trade with the Myconids for quite some time, having that already rapport, I don't think we're going to be able to kind of reason with this thing. I think it's either we have to sneak around it or take it out. But we'll see wherever the wind
thing
blows us.
is, if we do take it out and we want to make amicable relationships with these people, I don't think that's the best way to start.
Well,
Okay, so
Tarek-
don't
Tarek
take
had-
the octopus.
well,
I don't know how you would feel if
he doesn't know if
you're
they
trying to
have.
keep people out and said people kept your trap from working. There is a reason why they're keeping people out, and maybe the fact it's lucky that not all of us, and I look over at Crick, are human.
I don't know the way
Yeah,
Tarek.
and then I look at Mantis. It's very true.
And himself, a dragonborn.
I don't know though.
And Langston, a half elf.
I was gonna say Langston is like arguably the most human. It's just like, wait a minute. He's just like
he's
looking at
ish.
everybody.
He's
like,
ish.
wait a minute. Just
But maybe we should probably get some rest before we try to meet a new friend.
I'm very on board. I'm very hurt.
And Langston looks like he's seen better days, so let's find out where we take a little resty rest around here and try this again in the morning.
I am on board.
Well,
Where do we go?
They have some
I don't know
rooms
where
set
to
up
go.
for you guys down. The first and second rooms down at the bottom here.
Oh,
They have situated for you guys. Yeah, sorry, I just double clicked and zoomed y'all back, but I'll do it back for you there.
ah!
And yeah, so they have these rooms situated for you guys. And as you are making your way back, and everyone's kind of closing up for the night, and you know, getting situated back in their rooms and whatnot. Tarek, as you guys are walking by, wiping his hands off with the dirt and putting his gloves away, tucking away some of his tools in his box. He looks over at Rampu as he begins to walk on by and says, "Hey, buddy, we were talking earlier. If you want to go down to the Myconids, here, I got this out for you." And he pulls out a map of the island, and he draws a spot on the bottom of the map to locate exactly where that is. If you guys want to go, as I mentioned, by boat, you can go around the left side of the island, the west side, and travel on down. Might take you a little bit longer to do, but if you want to go by foot, you can go along the coast. There's a set of stairs right about here, he points on the map, that you guys can take on down. It'll take you down into the caves and right on to the entrance itself.
Thank you, my friend, and we still be able to borrow your boat?
Absolutely. If you guys needed to borrow the boat, it's all yours for the day.
Thank
And-
you, and
While we're here,
I'll make sure to try to solve the Myconid problem so we can get you those mushrooms.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated. And you guys have the food scraps, right? Already set you up with that?
Sir,
All right.
greatly appreciate
Yeah,
it.
just, you know,
Bef-
they will appreciate that as
before you
well.
go, Tarek.
So, you know, once you get talking with them, once they see that, they'll know that you guys are on good terms.
Now, let me ask you something. Normally, when you would show up, did you have some kind of signal or any kind of greeting that you could give them? They would know it's you.
No,
No harm.
you know, the Myconids are a little strange fellas, because they communicate, kind of like your buddy right there. Points over to Manto. They do this telepathic kind of thing. They shoot out their spores into the air, and they make these connections with you, and so you won't really be able to communicate with them until they decide that they want to establish a communication route with you. So if they shoot out some spores, don't be afraid. Unless you're hurting them, then just don't hurt them. How about that?
Look over at the guys. Don't hurt them. Check. And get ready to look. Anyways, we will try to return your ship in one piece, but God's willing, we have a safe journey.
I sure hope you do, and I hope those Myconids are alright. I've been worried about those little fellas. Please help them out with whatever you can. And those Heartcat mushrooms, don't forget them.
I won't.
Thank you.
Definitely use some potions too when we return what you need. But alas, it's time to get to crew. It's time to board the ship.
Now?
I think
In
it's
a little
time for a
bit.
nap. But before we do that, Terry, you seem to be good at potions, and I hold up the unidentified potion I have. Any idea what this is?
He looks at that for a couple of seconds and kind of he sees like the different layers of like sediment that's like built up on it, and he shakes it about real quick and kind of giggles. Never made something quite like this, but do you mind if I check it out for a little bit? Maybe I can help you figure it out exactly what it is.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'll just maybe borrow it for the night.
I think if we're going to take a rest, I can pick it up from you in the morning.
That sounds fair to me. All right.
And Rampu, before we take a nap, do you think I could have that map tonight?
Well, I was
You see
hoping
me
to
like
study
messing
the
with these
routes.
like cartography tools and all of these map configurations that I have.
I was hoping to study the route and familiarize myself with it as a captain does, but let's say this. Come back.
Is he breaking up for you guys?
Yep.
Quarters before bedtime, and I'll hand it off to you.
Why
Come by
don't you-
around bedtime, and I'll share with you.
Why don't you
That
guys
sounds
just
good.
room in the same room together?
A little bit of joint study sesh.
You guys might be new to this whole thing, but a captain does not room with his crew, and I am insulted and offended that you would even suggest that.
Oh no, efficiency.
I will say, on many good ships, the captain and the first mate do share a quarters. But I don't know what type of ship you run.
I have never heard of something. It quickly sounds. I don't get much mate. Stop suggesting stupid things. And I look at Manto. You're second mate by default. Third mate. Look at Langston. Shut up. Now let's go. We have a net rest to take and a long day to freaking do. I'm starting to lose my cool. Start like breathing.
Understood.
See like lightning
Sixth best
kind of
captain.
starting to form around my.
Nice. So you guys all make your way over to your rooms then to sleep for the night. Rampu adamant about staying in his own room. I'll go ahead and drag you guys over for you.
I would be actually standing outside the rooms for the entire night. Just kind of keeping.
Okay. Sure thing. So you guys make your way on in there. Manto standing out, keeping a watchful eye. And anything that you guys do as you head on in to get some rest. Sound like maybe checking out a map?
Study the for tomorrow and see if there's anything particular in the water, anything in the water, like in the route that I need to prepare for, anything sticks out.
Alright. So, you check out this piece of parchment with the map scribbled on it. You see a marking on there for Dragon's Rest, where you guys currently are. And then you see down in the bottom southwest corner, you see where he's located the Seagrow Caves for you guys. If you follow along the coast to sail it or to walk there, as he mentioned, it'll take you guys about 6 to 7 miles, but you could go straight across the sea through Dragon's Rest and then down to the caves. And that's about 4.5 to 5 miles, about 3 to 4 hours of travel.
I would take some notes on my end, sure everything's good, and then I would wrap it up nicely and get ready for whenever Crick appears.
Okay. Anything anyone else wants to do for the night?
Yeah, like I said, I'm just I don't require sleep. So I would just be literally standing outside, eyes open, making sure there's no funny business happening near our quarters. As long as I'm not like exerting myself, I get my rest.
Sure thing. Anyone else?
I would eventually go over to Rampu's room, ask for the map, just kind of break out all my tools, and he sees just, actual compasses, gyros. I'm spinning things on the map, and I'm specifically looking for areas with either the walk or the boat where we could be ambushed, or like dangerous paths where, someone else could have the high ground or anything like that.
Sure. Go ahead and make a investigation check. Add your proficiency bonus to that.
Investigation. So add 2 to this. 14.
14. Okay. As you help Rampu look over the map and kind of scour it for any sorts of geography or information that would help you, or you'd be worried about for your guys' travels, rather, you do notice that there is some higher ground, like some elevated areas, but from what you understand of Stormwreck Isle is that outside of Dragon's Rest, there's not like a community or any other habitable land here. Everything else is wildlands and just things of nature and of the wild itself. So it's hard to make out any specifics of like you see forested lands and you see mountains, but it's hard to, without knowing who is where and where is what in there.
If I add that to it, do I get anything extra? I had an extra, tools for the, an extra D4.
Okay.
Don't know if that adds anything.
No, it's really just the lack of information that you are provided on here that's not helping you see potentially everything. But if your guys' travels on the waters looks relatively easy. If you were to travel along the coast, that of course looks easier to do and safer to do than going straight through the mountains, which wasn't suggested to you guys to do, but it would be a shorter mileage trip, but a harder and potentially more dangerous trek in general.
Okay. I kind of hand him back the map and say, "Good night, number 6," and walk back to the room. Langston notices I just kind of sit and I just kind of stare at the door.
Do you need any sleep, Crick? Is this just how you sleep?
You don't hear anything, and you just hear like an audible like.
Oh shit. Okay, that's just okay. I'm gonna. You know what? If anyone tries to break in, that is gonna be on them. That they're the ones who are gonna have to deal with that. Okay. So I'll let Crick do his snoozing. And then if it's cool, I think the only thing I want to do before I go to bed is just like kind of just stare at my scarf and just like hope I can get some answers on the island, because so far it's just like, you know, shipwreck start, library didn't yield too much, and I'm just like, there's got to be something here, like at some point, and I'm just kind of like holding my scarf in my hands, looking it over.
You're muted.
You muted.
I do that sometimes. Holding onto your scarf, waited, bated breath for a sign of sorts to come to you. The sun continues to set in the distance, and the darkness begins to envelop and shroud over the island here. You can't help to feel a bit of a shiver as it tinges your skin in the air, and no sign from your god seems to come in this moment. But sleepiness comes to you, heavy eyelids, and a moment of rest seems very welcoming right now.
I conk out.
Beautiful.
Just straight back.
So you lay on down and go to sleep for a moment, or begin to go to sleep. Go ahead and roll a religion check for me.
Me? Oh, gosh.
Mhm.
Damn it. Okay. And that is a 5.
Okay.
Super.
The open air kind of concept of this place, no doors on the frames, leaves the sea breeze blowing into this room, and the warmth of whoever your god is that you seem to be having these powers bestowed upon from seems to be distant right now from you. Just as these answers that you're looking for are rather distant. Sleep is a little frigid, but nonetheless you are safe. Not on the sea, not dead from the shipwreck, and not a zombie, so things could be worse. And you do find yourself tucking away for a good 6 hours, getting some shut-eye. But Manto, throughout the night, as you are standing out here and observing, or kind of just like in this stasis, this state of awake and conscious, but also asleep at the same time and getting your rest, you can hear around you kind of the muttering of a single kobold who comes outside throughout the middle of the night every now and then and looks up to the sky and curses up, "Why can't I sleep? Damn it! Ah!" And just mutters to himself a little bit more and then goes back into his room once again. And the night becomes the day, and you all take a long rest, feeling rejuvenated and ready to begin your adventures for the day.
Yay!
Beautiful.
Let's see. Also, may I ask a quick question? Because I know we're gonna be like setting out and stuff. I realized, you know, like the healer thing. I realized I actually don't have a healer kit. I thought that kind of came with my thing, and it doesn't. Would there be any place I could pick that up before we venture out, or is that like something I need to like assemble or anything of the sort? Could I like ask a local?
Yeah, so you could definitely go around and ask some people, or ask some of the kobolds here for anything. But I do believe that it was mentioned, or maybe I didn't, but that there is a Myla, the what do you want to call her? A tinkerer. She has a shop of goods and whatnot that you guys can check out and see what she has.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I need to meet Mila too. Yeah, maybe we stop up there real quick.
Little pit stop before we adventure.
Absolutely. Maybe if she has anything else that we might want.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to checking it out myself either.
All right. Wrecking crew will go on an adventure before we visit the Myconids.
Let's go check out Mila.
Alright, as you guys make your way out into the sun now, a few of the kobolds out and about, making making themselves excited for the day and beginning to have some fun. Some of them like poking each other and jumping around, singing some songs. They see you guys coming out and they're like, "Oh, the guests are here! Yeah! Hey, do you guys want some more stew? We got some stew upstairs for you. I know you guys got to be hungry."
Stew's always
so,
good, but we were also trying to see
greasy meal.
Mila.
Oh, Mila. Oh, you can go right on in there. Mila, she's working on away. She's been up all night. Tinkering. That's what she does. And they kind of just
She's a
gesture right over here to the doorway.
Sweet.
Guys, walk on into this area. You see two kobolds in here. One of them holding some tools off to the side. Another one with some goggles down over her eyes. She's got a torch in one hand and some other tools in her hand. You see a bright light of flame blasting in here. And the one kobold's holding her claws in front of her face, blocking it out. And then she says, "A screwdriver," and hands over a screwdriver and starts working on something. And you see her just kind of all sorts of gears and trinkets and odds and ends in here, stacked like a hoarder in here. And she flips up her goggles, seeing you guys begin to walk on in. "Well, hey there. I heard we had some new guests here. And who might you be?"
My name is Langston Ember Shroud. I heard you are, like a tamer, so that can do all odds and ends, and oddly seem the most put together out of the people I've run into here. So I was wondering if you might have a few things for me and my buddy over here. And I'll gesture to Crick to file in.
I just kind of walk in and I see all the stuff on the walls, and my eyes just light up, and I just kind of scuttle past this other guy and go, "Ooh, what's this? What's this?" And I just start touching shit.
You see, she gets real excited as you mention that you guys are interested in some of these goods. And as soon as she sees Crick walk on in here, you see her wings on her back spread wide. You notice that none of these other kobolds have wings, but she seems to have wings on her back, and she gets very excited, and they spread out wide. She's, "Oh my dear, well, what do we have here? What do we have here?" She flips her goggles down, puts down a couple of magnifying lenses, and looks over at Crick's face and everything he has going on, his circuitry and the wires. "My goodness, what are you?"
I'm just a gnome.
"Just a gnome? You hear that? And I'm just a dragon." No, seriously. Who built you? Who's your maker? She begins looking all over for you, looking for a maker's mark on you.
You would kind of pass around, you would see an F kind of sitting on me, and well, my dad was Captain Philbin.
Captain Philbin? Scratches her head. It doesn't ring a bell, but I'm not much of a historian myself. I just work with all these odds and ends. Yourself right there. She sees a wire. Do you mind if I touch that real quick? It looks like it's a little loose.
It's a sensitive hair.
It's a sensitive
It's actually
hair.
ingrown, so be careful.
I can see that. Magnifying glasses flip on down and gets a little bit closer. You see her eyes look like bug eyes in these lenses right now. She's observing you. You see she takes a screwdriver. No, not that one. I need the other one. She takes it from the assistant and it looks down at it. Begins to twist that. You feel that? You feel that?
A little.
Here, I'm gonna go one more quarter turn to the right and it's perfect. Look, the thing was a little loose just 5 seconds ago. Perfect now.
That is quite nice. It'll fold right back in.
You are very interesting, and I hope to learn more from you, but I've got plenty to do here myself. Your friend here said you're looking for some goods. What can I help you with?
Langston.
I was wondering if I know you seem like the mechanical sort. Do you happen to have any type of healer's kit or anything like that? Anything for bandaging others, making sure they're safe, healed up, protected?
Oh, I got just the thing. See, she begins to turn around, looks at some of these crates behind her, scoots one over, lifts up another one, puts it off to the side, pulls another box out, starts flinging things out of it. Right here. We got one for you.
Oh.
Flings it on open. You see it like accordion kind of flings on out a bunch of different layers of these things. You see, we got wraps, we got gauzes, we got syringes, we got all the things that you need right here, and even some special ointments. This right here will get you maybe 10 uses out of it.
Oh, that's perfect. It's exactly what I was looking for. What would you need for it?
Oh, for one of these ones, it'll cost you we'll say 25 gold pieces.
Okay. What would you say to 15 gold pieces and a crossbow?
Let me see the crossbow.
I will
What
turn
about
over my light
15
crossbow.
gold pieces, and I can come back after we talk to the mushroom people, and maybe you can help me with some more of these hairs.
She looks at you. Go ahead and make a persuasion with advantage. Crossbow is still counting.
Double 7.
Oh my goodness.
It should be lucky, right?
Yeah, right. Looks at you. Looks back at the crossbow. You see her thumb to the chin, kind of reeling in her mind all the possibilities of what she could do with this crossbow, and then looks back at you and really thinking about everything. Crossbow, 15, and I get to play with you later.
That is oddly worded. Crick, are you okay with that?
I haven't been played with in a long time.
All right, and we're feeding into it.
You just
Okay.
All right. So
All right.
here you go. She hands it on over to you. So this is a healer's kit. Go ahead and put 10. Yeah, the kit has 10 uses, so go ahead, and that's perfect. Yep.
Okay, let me get that added here.
One healer's kit has 10 uses. Yeah, perfect.
Why can't it filter by type? I'm typing it in. Hello?
All
No?
right.
Oh, there we go. Boop.
All right.
Okay.
Was there anything else that I could get for you all? Just the kit here.
Anybody else need anything?
I think that's
No,
it
but
for
I
us.
have a feeling we may be back.
It's good to know you're here.
Well, I'm
And
here
like,
all the
poking at her
time.
wall, and it's maybe when we come back, you can show me how you made some of this.
If you want to hang out here, you'll learn a lot of stuff from me. I guarantee you.
Okay. And I just walk
Also-
away.
I'll just look at her and be like, thank you very much for this. I don't think you know how helpful this will be. So thank you for taking the time. I don't want to take up too much more of it while you got stuff to work on. And I'll just follow Crick out.
It's my pleasure. See ya, guys. See you later. Puts on the goggles once again and looks at Crick as he walks away. Very interesting. Turns back into the room. You see sparks and lights blaring out of the room now as you guys make your way on out and back into the day.
I know,
would go over
Crick.
to Tarek.
I think she likes you.
That would make 2 of us. I kind of like look back over my shoulder.
Oh,
was a little fiery in there.
You're telling me. Damn, we definitely gonna have to come back then for our boy.
The dragon pun. And then I would walk over to Tarek, and I just kind of walk right up in front of him and just kind of put my hand out and be like, "So the potion?"
I run up to him. Don't mind my friend. He doesn't know things. And then I just kind of whisk him away. Not now, Crick. We have to get him something. He'll make the potions.
No, I gave him a potion last night.
It's all right.
To
Yeah,
look at.
I checked it out. I did what we call a little gummy. I dipped my pinky in there, took some of it, and rubbed it all in my lips and everything. And shit, you wouldn't believe it, but I felt like a spider or something. Like or a monkey, or maybe a spider monkey. I don't know, but I could climb up a wall like no other. I think if you drink this whole thing, I mean, I think you'll have a hell of a time, or an easy time, rather, jumping up or climbing up a wall of sorts, if you will.
You telling me that you figured out what the potion was by tasting it?
How else was I
So
supposed
what
to
would
figure
have
it out?
happened? So what would have happened if that potion was poisoned?
Well, you're welcome then.
I just like look up to the gods, like, why have you forsaken me? And I just, just say, well, okay, well, we got mechanoids to meet. Crick, why don't we leave the guy to kill himself with his own work? Let's go.
Sounds fun to me, number 5.
Oh, he's going up.
Incredible.
So, Rampu, I've been thinking, and I understand Tarek gave us his little dinghy to take around the island to get to the Mycanoids. You're 0 for 1 in ships, and he did say that walking would be faster.
Oh for
What-
1 in ships. I'm more 0 for 1 in crews. Especially competent ones, and I look over at you 3.
Well, in our defense, we weren't originally your crew, but we are now by default your crew, and we've gone one day and we're doing pretty well. All I'm saying is
Technically, he's 1 for 2 with crews.
that's fair. I mean, right now we're batting 1,000. Anyway. My thing is, all I know is that he said that walking. Well, yes, granted, it's a little further of a walk. It would take less time because it's not as treacherous. What? Do we want to maybe, play it safe? That's all I'm getting at.
Do
I'm not.
we
I'm not
maybe
Play
anything-
it safe by walking exposed in the land, as opposed to traveling with a coast expert around a coast. Let's see. I'm looking at you 3. None of you geniuses seem to be an expert in land. Am I right?
So are you
You an
saying we
expert,
should walk
Manto?
around the coast?
So that's what I'm calling us.
Well,
Yeah,
I haven't
I think walking
crashed.
around the coast is good.
I haven't crashed on land. If that's what you're asking me.
I didn't crash the ship, okay? It was a very bad storm, and it's like, oh God, calm down. Calm
Okay.
down.
Oh, listen.
Remember what
There's
happened?
there's bad
6
juju
years
on this
ago.
island with ships. That's all I'm getting at.
And there's zombies on foot. So I would much rather stay
In
the
the water.
safety
They're in the
of a
water.
ship. They come out of the water. They're on land.
Perhaps we ask the crew what they think.
Perhaps we ask the crew. Do you understand how being a captain works? You don't take orders. Ah, God. And again, look up to the gods. Why have you forsaken me?
Quite the religious man.
Who made you the captain of this whole mission? We are a team at this point. That's all I'm getting at.
Well, to
And-
be captain, you have to, I don't know, be a captain. Again,
of a
look at
ship.
you geniuses. This guy can't even say his name right. And I point to Craig.
I lean over to Langston. Do you think he knows this is a crewocracy?
I don't know if he does, but I see him breathing lightning. I don't know if now's the time to interject an opinion.
Well,
Le-
so do we take the boat around the coast or do we walk around the coast?
That's what I'm asking you guys.
I vote boat. If it happens to the coast, I can keep us safe. If we're out walking in open air, something attacks us. I saw what you guys could do in battle, and no offense, it ain't much. We stick together in a boat.
There's the guy that tried to
get
run.
us through an
but whatever.
adventure.
You see Crick's face get thoroughly upset at that. Like he frowns in a manner where like the frown goes lower than a frown should go.
I just
It
look
like
at him
goes
like,
all the way down to his chin bone.
Stop doing that with your face. What's
Oh my
wrong
God,
with his face?
that's a deep frown. I think you've upset him.
See, look
You've
what you
actually-
did to Crick.
You
Look
made
what
him
you
look.
did.
You made him frown. Oh my god! I didn't know.
I
frown
think
could
we
get
should
that
go
low.
through the mountains now.
Okay.
Spiteful.
Are you really? Are you gonna pout your way into? God, I hate my life. Why didn't I die with my crew?
Hey, don't talk like that. I will have no wishes of death on this adventure. You can have your opinions. No one wishes they were dying. No.
Fine. My opinion would have been better if I was dead. That better?
Not really. No. Change your attitude though, because I mean, you still got us. We still got
Technically,
things to
then
do.
it wouldn't be an opinion.
Oh God, I am in hell. Well, I give it my 2 cents. We can go up a coast with a coast expert, or we can be completely on our own with no advantage whatsoever on land.
Is he
What
still a
stupid
coast
decision.
expert if he's in a boat?
It's supposed to be on land.
Okay, I just want to be clear
The
about
coastal part is supposed to be on land. Yeah.
Amazing.
Your ranger thing. It's on land.
Why would that even matter, though?
What do you mean? Because
It's
it's
not
it's
like if I'm
it's-
an expert on roads, it doesn't matter if I'm a car and a fucking horse or walking. Like,
it's because that's it's
Technically,
just
a boat is in the water.
yeah. It's the coast. The actual land part of the coast.
well, the thing doesn't say that. It just says the coast. So you're a coast expert. You assume everything that comes with the coast is included.
Exactly. So if you
Say
guys
I'm an
walk
animal
if you guys
expert.
walk
That's a
across
wild
the
wording.
coast, then you should be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's faster.
There you
I'm
All right, look, and
I'm
also
good
let's
with
not.
the boat now, everyone.
Just straight up am like, look, Captain, you're being very flexible with us. We can walk this time. Don't forget, we still will need your expertise when we have to go visit the shipwreck. That's going to be a venture only by boat, and you are the one who's going to have to help us with that. So what if we do this by foot, save our sea legs when we actually need the ship to go visit that shipwreck? That's when we're going to need to depend on you like no other.
So you're saying that it's smarter than to walk all the way there, all the way back, then get on the boat, and then go out to the sea, as opposed to just being out in the sea and killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Well, I mean, we'll have to venture back here to do our dealings with Tarek one way or another. Also report if anything happens.
Sure, we do everything. We have to do it. I think.
Let's
know?
just get on the boat. I think it's time we leave this place.
Okay, boat it is.
I don't know why he changed his mind, but I'll take it.
It's to get
I have
going.
an idea.
Quick still frowning down past his chin.
All right.
So upset.
All right, so you guys head on down the steps now to the west, make your way down to the little dock area that they have situated right off the scene here. Make your way into this little dinghy. It's probably 6 people total in there, so you guys fit pretty well. I'd imagine that the captain is the one leading the way.
Yes, and note, I've grown accustomed to going into battles and things of the sort. These great adventures and these great big ships. You know, and so then when I'm showing this little teeny tiny dinghy, it looks like it has been very badly taped together. I'm just like, oh Christ. It just gets better and better. Yes, alright crew, well, this is a small ship, small crew, very close contact, which means rule number 1, no speaking unless captain speaks to you. Rule number 2, don't eat my snacks.
I don't really talk.
See, you'll follow rule number 1 nicely then. Well,
Those are 2 interesting rules.
I don't think you realize,
Stop.
Johnny, your
Stop
mic is
doing that with
definitely your
your face.
computer, not your headset.
What?
Your mic is definitely your
What?
computer and not your headset.
Oh, fuck.
I can hear you like 30 feet away from your computer. Alright, you guys make your way into the ship now. I just sent the map to the Discord. I'll post it in the game log in the VTT as well, so you guys can see that. But I guess that doesn't work. Discord or Dropbox links don't work like that. Okay, but in the Discord, you guys can see where you guys start, where that inside that
It
inlet.
showed in the game log.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it did. Cool.
Yeah, it would.
So yeah, you guys, since you started in the northeast side of the inlet, you guys begin to make your way out to the open waters, I'd imagine, right? But staying close to the coast.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and make a survival check. You can add your proficiency bonus for this, I believe, is like what you get with your natural explorer. Yeah. No, it's doubled. So yeah, if you already have proficiency with your survival, you get to add proficiency again to it.
Sure. Yep, I do. So rolling. That's an 8 plus. Is it plus 4 my survival?
4 is your survival, yeah, and then 2 more should be your proficiency bonus at level 1 right now, so 14 total. Okay. Cool. So you guys are sailing on out. Rampu navigating you guys fairly well. Water's not too choppy or rough right now at all. Going over these crystal clear turquoise waters, seeing aqua and sea life down below you. Eventually, as you guys kind of crest over this northern part of the island, I wish I could ping on this picture for you guys right now, but the like central north part, right outside of the inlet, you guys begin to bank around these tight turns of the coast, staying closer to the rocks and making sure you don't go too far out into the open waters. As you guys begin to turn around, one turn to the north there, you guys come around an area where you see these billowing clouds of steam emerging from rocks up ahead. The air begins to grow thicker with moisture as you turn around here. And as you round the bend, you see a cove where there's hot springs just burbles up from these rocks and spills into the pool before draining into the ocean. And you can see the turquoise water all around. It's luminescent, and the gray basalt edges of the spring are lined with vibrantly colored mushrooms, which occasionally burst in a shower of rainbow spores.
Oh my goodness.
I would point to the mushrooms. There! Crew, we have made it! Ha ha!
So you know that you haven't made it yet. This is just still probably on the first quarter of the travel there. You're on the north part of the island. The cave is down to the southwest. This is just on your guys' way there. You see these hot springs burbling here, but there are vibrantly colored mushrooms all around this gray basalt edges of these rocks here.
Can we tell if any of them are hardcat mushrooms?
You can certainly try to make a nature check.
Let's try that.
Should try that.
Fuck.
Too. I'm trying.
Can I-
I'm trying.
Can I
Now
also make
20!
Don't need to.
Yeah. As you look on over there, you guys are approaching, slowing down a bit as you're getting closer to it. You see some of the mushrooms over here, and you recognize some of them. In particular, it's a rare fungus, actually, that it's probably the only reason why you recognize it for its unique magical properties that it has in it. You see these, they're called wind spore mushrooms, and if you squeeze the fungus itself, the spores from it shoot on out and release a cloud of them that you can breathe in, and when you do, it allows you to breathe under the water for an hour's worth of time. For you, this is like a legend for sailors. It's something that it's a very rare thing, but some captains, they keep a little bit for themselves just in case of emergency kind of thing.
I would reveal that to the crew and say, I think that could come in handy, especially if things go south with the octopus. How about a little pit stop?
I like
I'm
a
with
good
it.
pit stop.
I think it's of our
Alright.
best interest, especially if this dinghy crashes at any moment.
I just completely disregard that crashing statement and say, yep, let's go get the shrooms then. I start ordering, anchor out! Lower the sail! And I'm like screaming unusually loud at them because I'm used to this big ship, and they're like a foot away from me.
I'm just like, dude, right here.
You see me like pulling the sails down, and I'm actually like preempting like each of his calls. Like I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Hell yeah.
And I like that.
So you guys pull on up to the edge of these basalt rocks, burbling out with these hot steamy water out of the center of this pit. You see the mushrooms growing all around the edges of it. What do you do?
These rocks are out of the water, right? Little spring where they're actually on. Like, could I step off the boat and onto them?
You could step off and onto them if you want. Yeah, it's kind of like, a circle of rocks right there. They seem sturdy enough.
As he goes to do that, or if he does or doesn't, I'm gonna like circle. It's weird. I'm gonna specifically be looking like scratch marks on the inside of this circle. Like, is there anything kind of going on here?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. 11. As you look on out here with a little bit of a curious eye, examining the rocks and the bubbling water in the center, you see a little bit of a shimmering essence on the surface of the water and kind of rising up and about. As you look in here, you notice that there are these outlines of almost these draconic-like shapes, these smaller draconic-like shapes flying around in this space.
Like in the water?
In the water, kind of floating in there, being part of the steam itself. Kind of flying all around in that space.
As he goes to step on, he just kind of sees me like, I just kind of like grab his like upper thigh, because that's about my height. I just go, I would be very careful for like air demons. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but then I just kind of like notion to the center of the circle.
Air beings. And when he points to the circle, would I see the draconic stuff?
It's really hard for you to see at first, but since he points it out to you, you see just like the shimmering outlines of these like drakes in the water.
I would then smile over at Craig and say, "Don't worry, little one." I just get goosebumps in me as I start talking. The Draconics, they're fine, majestic beings. They won't hurt us. And I go on to step on the rocks.
Okay.
I heard Crick kind of like go over that conversation with Rampu, and it kind of like, piqued my curiosity. So I just kind of have like my bow and arrow just kind of drawn and like just kind of scanning and surveying just to make sure that Rampu is okay.
And I go onto the rocks.
Okay. Hop onto the rocks. Kind of have to find your balance for a second with the uneven ground of it, but you step upon it, circled with mushrooms all around there. You see the drakes. Just a shimmering outline of them. You don't really see their solid forms. They kind of disappear out of the corner of your eye as you go to peer over to them. But the mushrooms in full view.
I start picking as many as I can.
As you begin to pick up some of the mushrooms, go ahead and roll 2d4 for me, please.
Uh-oh. 4.
4.
2 plus 2.
Yeah, perfect. So you reach on over, you begin to grab a couple of them. Been 1, take a couple more steps, you find another good, healthy-looking one. You can grab 2 more, so you get 4 of these mushrooms in total. But as you reach over to grab that last one, you notice the bubbles inside of the center of this pit begin to get larger and larger, and the steam begins to billow higher and higher. And the glimmering shapes of these fume drakes in here begin to become more solidified and visible to your guys' eyes now, as they wisp around with the steam around them now, and all 3 of them coming into full view. They look over at you, Crick, or at you, Rampu. You can tell that there is anger and malice with their intent, as the 3 of them bubbling over in the water, steaming higher and higher. You see them all breathe in deep, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
If I have my bow and arrow drawn and I see them, could I fire a shot?
It's kind of what the initiative part tells us, is if you get the jump on the thing. So we will see, how quickly you roll. The only time you actually in combat, the only time in combat if you get a surprise attack is if you literally surprise them. Which you guys were in clear view. There's no surprise.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
Okay, let me go.
Hot ice today, dude. What the fuck?
Put some combat on for you guys. These drakes, as they kind of sit here steaming and boiling in this water, they definitely do not seem to have much of intelligence to barter or deal with at all, as they seem very angry about the presence of you guys stealing these mushrooms from their sacred circle. Rampu, you're up as you see them billowing and charging up this, as you know, being a dragonborn yourself, some sort of breath attack.
And do they look anything like me at all?
They don't look anything like you. They literally look like just lingering, legless draconic forms in this kind of greenish billowing smoke. I'll send a picture, kind of, but yeah, they don't look anything like you, really.
I look back at Crick and I said, I lied. These will kill us. Fight for your life.
Oh yeah, if you didn't take it also, you get inspiration, Rampu, for your... Oh yeah, you looks like you did take it. Cool, gotcha.
Yeah, I got it. So now I'm going to go ahead and, seeing that they're ready to use their breath weapons, I'm going to try to beat them to it, and I'm going to shoot my lightning breath weapon over at them.
Yeah, it looks like you should probably be able to get 2 of them, right?
Yep, it's 5 by 30.
Oh, that was I did a really short line, but it should be bigger than
30.
that. Yeah, you should be good.
So,
con saves, right, for the 2 of them?
Dex DC 11.
It's Dex, okay.
Half damage on success.
All right, the first one in front is an 8.
Yeah.
Second one is a 19.
Oh. I know that. I know that pain all too well.
Boo! All right, let's go ahead and roll damage.
2d6.
You suck, DM.
Fuck that
You
guy.
loaded dice over there.
Fucking jackass.
Shit.
5. So 5 for the first one, 2 for the second one. Oof. As you open up your mouth, sizzling. Actually, explain how your breath weapon looks.
Literally, I just start getting angrier and angrier, and I know what's coming. So it just comes. You can see it starts coming out of my teeth, essentially, static electricity starts forming, and then I go Rampu, and it just shoots out of my mouth.
The boat collapses.
I get it. Because that was your guys' word for the other boat.
Tommy unfortunately wouldn't. But...
Yeah. All right. As
I'm
that
out of the loop.
strikes into
We had a
them.
collapsible boat, and the password was Rampu.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The first one you see through its fume, kind of smoky form, almost like an electric storm writhing through its body. The one in the back, though, as it kind of absorbs most of the hit. He has an opportunity to evade most of this, only leaving a little bit of sparky damage on him. Did you have a bonus action or movement that you want to do?
I'm going to jump back onto the ship. I was able to get some of the mushrooms, by the way, right?
You got 4 of them.
Excellent. I'm going to jump back onto the ship and throw one of each at the guys.
Cool.
Oh,
That's
heck
it.
yeah.
All right. You guys can just add that to like
We
your
each have one.
extras inventory kind of thing. Just handwrite it in. It'll be a wind spore mushroom, and that'll let you breathe for 1 hour underwater when consuming it. All right. So this fume drake up now. Just got zapped with some of this lightning from this dragonborn. It begins to fly on over. Flies on over your guys' way, and it makes its way to the edge of the ship here. And as it does, you see, as I mentioned, that billowing inside of its chest, as you see steam just starting to rise off its core. Sprays out the scalding breath in a 15-foot cone. Let's see who we hit with that. That'll be fire cone.
Fire.
Looks
That would
like
be
the
good.
2, Crick
Me.
and Rampu. So that'll be a dex save, I believe. Let me double check that. Yeah, dex save.
That ain't bad.
There he is.
That ain't bad at all.
17.
Not bad. You guys both take 3 points of fire damage as you duck under the deck as he sprays out this scalding, steamy breath all over you guys, evading most of it. Crick, you pop on him back up. What do you do?
Did the breath like move the ship? By
No,
chance?
it did not.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm gonna blast him.
Okay.
I am going to actually hold on a second here. Hold on a second here.
I'm holding.
Can you give me a 30-foot by 5 line?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if it'll hit him. 30 line, right? Okay. Oh,
Sorry,
Here.
yeah, I moved it.
you're good. Can't hit them all.
It would
It
be
doesn't quite hit
2
them.
regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. We're gonna hold on that. I am just going to firebolt the first one.
Okay. How does this firebolt look? How do you shoot it out? Where's it come from? Where's it go?
How does it shoot out? It comes out of so like I actually kind of pull out this like little disc from my side pocket, and I look up to the sun, and it's like a concave mirror, but it like pretty much comes all the way to a pinpoint hole. And I just point it at the sun, and then I point it at the spirit, and it just like injects like a light beam of sunshine.
Hell yeah. You reflect this light onto him. You see it steaming, burning into him. Go ahead and roll damage. 10 damage. That is fire damage, right?
As fire, yeah.
As you blast into his body, you see his smoky form just kind of vibrates. As you would imagine, some of it would evaporate, maybe dissipate off of its form. It seems like it just kind of strengthens, grows a little bit with that. It doesn't seem to affect him.
Alright, then I just kind of stand in front of Langston.
All right.
And it's like, I like reach behind to make sure he's behind me.
Don't worry, buddy. I'm right here.
Anything else for you?
That's it.
All right. Langston, you were up.
I'll tell you what. Immunity to fire kind of takes away what I was gonna do. So I put my hand on Crick's shoulder. I'm like, thanks for being the test one on that one, buddy.
So if you're gonna do your stuff's radiant.
I did. I have like one fire thing I was gonna do that would get a lot of them.
Oh, yeah,
And
I
so I was
thought
like, this
Sacred
is
Flame's
perfect.
radiant,
And now
but-
fire doesn't work, and I'm like, this
You're
isn't
welcome.
perfect anymore. Fuck it. I'm just gonna kind of sidestep. Oh god, we're on a boat. This is so hard. Oh. Actually,
Jump off, remember? Into the rocks.
I mean,
true.
Sacred Flame is radiant damage, dude.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking about like ranged attack and whatnot. I didn't want like
Ah,
any, but can I
got
like
it.
do it past Crick since he's shorter than me? Can I just like do it over top of his head?
Sacred Flame
And just
absolutely
aim.
can, yeah.
All right, tight. I'll just go for it then. They have to make
Sacred
a
Flame like
dex save.
rains down. Yeah,
Oh, tight.
technically.
I like have like 2 fingers out with a gun and like one eye closed. Stop saving on my deck stuff. Fuck.
That's what happens sometimes. Yep, no, he succeeds with a 17. Whoosh, a little
Yep,
wisp
so-
of smoke evades that as the radiance rains down on him. No effect.
Let's see here. Nope, that's an action. That's an action. Cool. Then I'll just stand behind Crick and just kind of be like, all right, so that didn't work. Anyone have Manto? You want to get in on the fun?
Good luck.
All right, any bonus actions or anything? That's it?
No, that's all I got.
All
Everything
right.
else I was looking at was an action.
This blue one comes flying on over. Same thing, you see its chest billowing with this heat as it sprays out a 15-foot cone of steaming, scalding breath weapon. Let's see who I hit with this one. It looks like we're just gonna get Rampu in this one. I need a dex save from Ramp.
Dex City Dex.
Dex to dex.
Roll. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Go for it.
Inspiration.
Moving brightly.
inspiring.
Cool. You take 4 points of damage then as you evade the steaming attack, almost taking you down nonetheless. As this stays flying there. Manto, you are up.
I telepathically speak to Langston. I've got one thing, and if this doesn't work, we're fucked. And so I just shoot an arrow at the blue one, and hope it works.
Okay.
Hell yeah, 9.
A 9 is going to miss.
Yeah.
I just look at Planto. So we're fucked, right?
And so, Captain, paddle!
All right. Anything else for you, Manto?
Yeah, I'll just kind of move back,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
Okay. You can't go there though because there's a cabin. You actually, no, I'm kidding. It was a throwback to the one argument we had. All right. So all right, Rampu. Oh, I'm sorry. The Fume Drake is up. I skipped him. Comes flying on over here. Hovering in the air, sees an opportunity to get a fuel arm right here.
Oh man.
Let's go ahead and drop a cone. Who do I get?
Dex save. You get me. That's for damn sure.
Yep, looks like all.
14.
Actually, I think Manta just evades it. Yeah, dex save, please.
Nice corner.
Dex save.
Mm-hmm.
That was a 7 tickle you.
That's gonna tickle you. Crick, you take 2 points of damage, and Langston, you take 4 points of damage. You feel the steaming heat. I want to speak for what anyone's doing, but I imagine Crick is kind of in front of you. He ducks down. You don't really see the steam coming, and it comes and washes over you. You get the blunt of the damage right there.
I'm just like, what the hell are you ducking for? Ah!
Yeah.
On the sunburn.
As he's hovering right there, you can feel the heat billowing off its wings. Rampu, you are up.
How high up are the 2 dragons right in front of me?
They're essentially like at your head, like eye level.
Awesome. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to pull out my 2 short swords, and I have 2 weapon fighting.
Holy shit, there's
So
a new
I'm gonna
flying
take-
icon. Do you guys see that? I never knew this existed.
What? Where?
No,
The Drake has wings around his body. His token on the north.
I don't see him.
I just see a
I don't
cloud.
see that.
Yeah, we got a
Yeah,
little
you see
cloud
the
from number
5.
5.
What? Alright,
Yeah,
Damn, what
well,
version you
Cloud
got, bro?
I don't know, but go on. Sorry for interrupting
And
you. I'll send you a
paid extra for
screenshot.
that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
It got me
so
excited.
I'm gonna take a. Which one of
I want
the?
wings.
All right, assholes, moving on. Which one of these? Which one of these 2 looks weaker, the blue or the gray?
The blue one.
I'm gonna take a swing with my short sword at hand.
Oh, that's sick.
Alright. Yeah, I have no idea where that came from. I had not seen anything about that in the
Take my
above
money, above
VTT
VTT.
stuff. 20 will hit him on the blue one. So you do have to you step on over onto the rocks then to get him. But yeah, so 3 points of damage. Okay. Anything else for you?
So give me my second short sword.
19 will hit.
19.
Yep. So this one will not get the
More than
+2
one.
on it though. 5 points of damage then.
Got a 5.
Cool. Go ahead. Do you have 2 short swords?
Okay.
Because you can. Actually, I'll set it up for you
Yeah.
real quick. I'll set it up so that you have a bonus action one. All right. As you strike into this one twice, you see bits of the wisp of its smoky form begins to dissipate, and this one looks very weak now, and like it's on its last billow of smoke. I don't know what you want to call it. All right, so this one right next to you, though. Let's see. It starts to. You see, it's starting to try to recharge this scalding breath, but the heat does not get quite hot enough. So it just comes reaching on over, trying to take a bite out of you. 10 to hit.
Misses.
10 will miss.
Yeah, buddy.
As it kind of the smoky form just kind of goes through your arm. Crick, you are up.
So I see him up there doing his thing. I see this guy over here kind of focused on us, me and Langston. I just kind of like look over to Langston and look over to Rampu. I run to the side of the ship and I kind of like lean over a little bit so I can get a steadier shot to kind of go like around Rampu. I'm gonna shoot the crossbow at the blue one. And fuck me, right in the ass.
Yeah, no, that's a miss. Crit fail table.
Oh
no. Go ahead and Google that real quick. Okay, so do you want to do anything else?
I'm gonna move back next to. Or I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll stay over here.
Ooh,
That's it.
97. Okay. Go ahead and roll a roll D100 for me, please.
Oh god, 100?
She's going in the water.
I thought the same thing.
92.
Damn.
It's high, good or bad though.
92.
100 was instant.
And the ship explodes.
Okay.
Right?
You guys watch as Crick, as he shoots this off and completely misses. Something in his mind triggers this mechanical failure of his, just completely missing this. And you watch as sparks begin to sizzle off of some of his hair and his the circuitry exposed on his face, and it almost looks like he boots down completely after a couple seconds of this. He completely hunches on over, inanimate completely, and then immediately bumps back up, starts moving around rapidly, super quickly, and it seems like he has this. It's hard to explain, like this extra boost of some sort of energy within his core right now. What that exactly means, we will maybe find out. But anything else for you, Crick?
That's it. I'm gonna. And you know what? Bonus action Hold on. Oh, no, Langston's after me. Never mind. We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Langston, you were up.
All right. I see Crick absolutely doing his thing. I'm like, okay, the tightened hair actually is a good look for him, and that's something new. Okay. I will try to. We'll go Sacred Flame again on the orange one in front of me. Please roll something less than a 10. I hate you.
Jesus.
It's just every
Sorry.
time. I think we're gonna put that one away. But then bonus action, I can do heal. I can do it like a spell since that was a cantrip. If the spell's a bonus action, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. So then I would like to bonus action Healing Word on Rampu.
Beautiful. What does that your
Burn one
healing
less.
word look like, and how do you do that?
I pretty much will like rub my hands together, and then just like wherever I'm looking, it's like I'm blowing like a really like emphatic kiss. It's like like going that way, and then you hear on the word on the wind in Rampu's ears that you hear, "Make it McNasty," as the healing word hits his ears.
Go on and roll that health.
You get yourself 4 points back.
Nice.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm sorry it wasn't more, but
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like half my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Level 1, man. Level
That's enough.
fucking 1.
All right. Do you want to do any movement? Anything else for you?
I think I'll stay where I'm at between like me and actually
Go to the corner.
go to the corner. I'll go to the corner.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you
Alright.
can. I'll like gesture and be like, "Get in there, do your thing."
All right, the one right in front of Rampu who just got struck by him. See him trying to bring this heat back up. Fails to do so. So in a last-ditch effort before Rampu can strike him down, he goes and tries to bite him. An 11 to hit.
Yes.
Misses.
Miss.
And as he misses that, feeling a bit weak, he returns back over to the boiling water and begins to try to dive in.
Up attack?
Op attack if you'd like.
Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna sword that bitch. Bam. Oh yeah, 19.
19 will hit him.
Oh yeah, max damage.
Nice.
8 damage.
Yeah, as he begins to fly away from you quickly and looks like he's about to dive into the water, you see an opportunity to strike him with the sword, and as you do, your blade cuts through his smoky form, and you feel for the first time like actually like some sort of like physical connection. And when you strike down on him, it's almost like your sword striking into like a balloon. You feel something pop in the center of him. As steam just emerges from his essence, vanishing in this place. You try to block it out, but I need you to make a con save. And actually, I need him, this one, to make one as well. Actually, nope, he's immune, so it doesn't matter. Make a con save for me, please.
Nat 20, bitch.
Nice. You
What the hell?
completely evade any sort of damage as this death burst explodes all over here, and that one is gone. Beautiful. You guys see this happen. Manto, one of them vanishes before Rampu. 2 of them still around. What do you do?
Air at the orange one. Oh my god. I'm convinced Carlos is taking all the good rolls.
A 12 will hit.
Oh
We take
shit!
it. God, what a W.
Oh yeah!
8 damage.
When you roll
nice.
higher damage.
Big,
Yeah.
that's big.
Nice. What's your crossbow look like? Or a short bow,
My
rather.
short bow?
Yeah.
It's kind of like this, essentially just like this really strong twig with kind of like these little leaflets kind of coming out, and then it's just as like the hair, I guess, or whatever you pull back.
Yeah.
It's like this twine kind of, so it all kind of flows together, and it's quite like a toiga.
Nice.
And the arrow blade itself is kind of got this like sharp kind of exoskeleton sort of feel, just like how my skin is like rough and rigid.
Love that. Yes, very natural and fitting to you, kind of alien in nature, like too. You watch as the arrow flies through the air, pierces it into its form. Some of the smoke steams out into the air. It seems to sink down a little bit, but rises back up to its where it once was. Do you want to do anything else?
That's everything.
Love it. All right. As he's still standing there or flying there, trying to boil the steam inside of its core, it fails to do so. It flies on over towards this guy right here, this little weird-looking fellow, and tries to take a bite out of him. Natural 1. Let's see what I get.
Jeez.
16. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong table. I was like, that's a good thing. Alright, so that happens. Rampu, you are up. Let me go ahead and just actually, let's see what I actually get real quick. 16. Nothing happens. Okay, Rampu, you're up.
He's good.
He's good. Normal
I'm
miss.
gonna do a double swing of my sword to this one right in front of me. And here's number 1. 12, which I believe hits.
12 does hit.
Yeah, buddy. And that's 5 damage. And now here comes the second one. Ooh, that is
9! 9 will miss. Anything else for you? Oh, what's happening?
I was trying to lucky it, but
Oh,
I
gotcha.
don't know if a 10 hits.
Gotcha. Sorry, yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. 10 will miss as well.
Okay, so then that was only the second swing, right?
You only at level 1 get very lucky to have 2 swings.
Yeah, that was the second. Yeah. That was
Only
good.
the second.
Yes.
I think it's
You're not
right?
Stormwreck anymore. You
level
don't get
20,
10,
right?
10 swings.
And then action surge. Do it again. All right. It's always fun. Let's see. This fume drake here, after being struck by you, still trying to recharge this scalding breath. You watch as you strike into him. It seems to trigger something. He gets heated, angry. You see the fire heat in his eyes as he sprays out the scalding breath. Dex save for me, please. It's only going to hit you, Rampu. Oh, I'm sorry. That would save, but actually the recharge is only on a 6 for him. Typically it's 5 and 6 for different other animals or beasts, monsters, whatever. So that actually doesn't recharge. I will bite you instead. A 7 is going to miss. Sorry. As that goes and tries to bite you, he just once again clings into your armor and his like kind of non-solid form goes through you, and Crick, you're up. Heard that.
I am going to. I'm going to dagger the guy in front of me. 11. Hold on. I'm going to. What is it? Build for 6. Nah, I'm going to hold that.
Okay, 11 will miss.
11. Alright.
Alright.
And I'm just going to kind of mound my way over, so I'm kind of blocking him.
Okay. Langston.
All right. God damn it. I really am just all medic, no attacks.
It's level 1. We'll get there eventually.
I know. It's just right now. It's like, damn it. You know what? Surely do we try it again? Would anyone be mad at me if I tried it again?
Do it a million times.
It's a 50% chance of
third
Sacred
time
Flame.
charm.
It's gotta work, yeah.
At least 1 point, yeah. Yes! Thank
See?
you!
There you go.
I did something.
A 9.
Oh my god. Show me a 1. Oh, look at that!
8
Backstab
damage,
it.
nice.
There you go.
As this radiance, actually, you explain how the sacred flame works for you.
I just like have my like scarf like wrapped around my hand, and I just like gesture at like whatever I'm aiming at, and then just like light kind of like fireflies kind of starts to form, and then it turns into like astral radiance and just kind of ignites whatever in like a holy light.
Hell yes. So it rains down on him. You see his form completely outlined now with this holy light, and you see it sizzling his the steamy form, kind of ripping apart pieces of him, and he looks extremely weak now after that.
Nice.
Langston fist bumps that he did something productive.
Alright, anything else for you?
Do I want a bonus action? How's everyone looking? Everyone's looking decent. I think I'ma just chill. I think that's good for me. I'm in my little corner. I'm in my happy little corner. Langston just is like, all right. Think we're doing the thing. It's just kind of chilling.
Manto, you are up then.
The sacred flame was on the orange one or the black one?
Orange one.
Beautiful.
Dorkins.
Yup. So, with my short sword, then I go up to the one in orange, and with advantage, correct?
I think that's
No.
only with guiding bolts.
Guiding bolts.
Sacred flame is just
Yeah,
injected
right,
with radiant damage.
You get
call,
sneak
though.
attack now, though, if it hits, though, right?
We'll see if he needs it.
20.
20
No, he doesn't
hits.
need it, yeah.
Dirty 20. Womp womp.
4 points of damage will do it, though. As you
Hey.
kind of slash into him with this short sword, his form looking extremely weak, and you can see the outline of him from this sacred flame still. Perfect for you to slice through its core. But as you do, just as Rampu kind of felt, you feel something in the core of it as you strike, and it explodes in this cloud of noxious fumes that I need you and Crick to make con saves for.
Con save. Oh,
I think
lord.
Crick might be able
9.
to...
I'm
Oh my
gonna,
goodness.
I'm gonna, for the case, so, fuck,
11? 11.
Ah, fuck me.
Meets it, beats it. 11. But it's poison damage. I think you're like resistant to poison damage too.
I'm
right?
resistant to poison,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's 1 point of damage, Luke, that you take. Crick, you can take none.
Thank
As
you.
you evade that. Explodes right there. You watch, Manta, you watch as it explodes. You duck or cover yourself, whatever you do. You look over as Crick's just standing there with this like splatter all over his front of him, seemingly unharmed from that still, just completely absorbing it. You still have a bonus action if you'd like, and movement.
It's like I got slimed in Nickelodeon. in the 90s. Just like-
Exactly.
Yeah, bonus action. I run over to Rampu, and then I swing again with my dagger. Oh, another dirty 20.
That will hit, and you do get sneak attack on him.
Hey, come on. Yes, 7 total damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, you sneak on up behind Rampu, balance yourself at the front of the ship, stab into this fume drake with a dagger. It does not see it coming, and you get in this perfect kind of weak spot on him, and its form seemingly begins to dissipate more and more with that hit, looking very weak. Anything else that you have?
I run back to my corner with Langston.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, Captain, get him.
As you run back, claws or teeth come out to bite you. 22 to hit.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's a good one. You take 4 points of
fucking
fire
do it.
damage.
Shit.
As the teeth just sink into you, but you don't feel like like pointiness or anything. That just extreme heat, almost melting off your flesh. And Rampu, you are up.
Okay, another double sword time. 12, which hits.
12 just hits.
And of course, fucking 3 points of damage.
Of course.
I'm gonna do my second swing. 23
22.
with
So glad it wasn't at 20.
3 damage.
5 damage. Oh yeah, 3 damage. You're right. Yep, because it's the thing. I did set that up for your bonus action thing, but with 3 damage right
Yeah, I
there,
gotta reload my sheet.
slash into him, and you see its form sinks down now, and it looks like it's having a hard time regain itself, its composure. Anything else that you want to do? It looks extremely weak.
That is it.
Okay. Let's see if I can recharge this. Nope. You see it trying to steam itself, get hotter and hotter. Seemingly not hot enough. It goes and tries to reach out for a bite. 15 to hit on Rampu.
That hits.
He will do 6 points of fire damage. Steaming hot as it bites into your arm. Very weak as well. He turns around, tries to dive back into the bubbling waters behind him.
Up attack, baby.
Up attack indeed.
Oh yeah, 21.
That will hit.
Give it to me, baby. 4 damage.
And how does Rampu do it?
Oh yeah.
Ram do it.
So it bites the living shit out of me, and I'm barely hanging on by a thread. And then I see it just goes to go away. I say, "No, you don't, you son of a bitch!" And I literally just pull up my short sword upwards at the last second, and it just stabs him in the lower belly and downwards, and it goes against its flight pattern. Just disappears in front of me.
And as you stab upwards like a pinata from hell, it explodes with the steam all over you. I need a Constitution saving throw as you just smell these noxious fumes, sulfuric fumes.
Alright. 15.
15. You evade it, duck down real quick. You explain how you evade that, how you get out of the way.
Dude, he's-
Is he frozen? That's hilarious.
doesn't.
Screenshot that, someone.
He goes, ah!
Sigma match.
Got him. Yes.
No, I see the first guy, it blew up, so I know what's happening with the second one.
Yeah.
And I just literally jump off to the ship like slow-mo, like no! And I land on the boat and just start like rowing back.
Dive back onto the boat as you guys see this little like a little queef in the air just explode right in front of Rambo. And just he dives back onto the boat as if it was just this most insane Mission Impossible scene ever. Evades this plume of noxious smoke, and you guys look around.
I dropped to a knee and I was expecting a big explosion. I just like wait for it. It's like, oh, okay. And I just move on.
Incredible. As you hop back onto the boat, everyone alive still, making sure that like everyone's okay. You guys look around at each other. You look back at the pool of the bubbling waters here in the center here, this hot springs that it appears to be, and no more of those shimmering figures of these drakes seem to be guarding gardens. God, I was saying guardians and garden at the same time. Guarding this pit or this hot springs any longer.
Back at the crew. And I don't vocalize this, but seeing them in action has definitely gained a bit of my respect. So I just nod at everyone and I say, "Good work." I
Oh my God,
drop
you
down
gave
to a
us
knee as I
praise.
start bleeding profusely.
I will. I can come up and I can use a charge of the healer's kit on you if you would like. Are we still in initiative?
Nope, you are not. But as you go up
Okay.
and approach him, you know, to get closer to the front of the ship, go ahead and make a medicine check for me, please.
Sure. That is a 16.
16. Okay. So as you look over and you kind of piecing together what these dragons were doing, as you saw them getting more and more injured, it seemed like each time, you know, one of them was on their last leg, they were trying to retreat and dive back into the spring waters here, this kind of hot spring, and it looks like as you look closer to the, and of course you being someone of healing nature itself, the springs themselves seem to have a healing nature to them.
Oh baby. So when I like walk over to Captain Rampu, I like notice that about the water. I want to look back at everybody and smile like really big and be like, guys, guess what? And then I want to cannonball into the hot springs. Because nothing else, you said nothing else was in there, right?
It doesn't seem like it, no.
Yeah. I want to look back and just be like, hey guys, and then just turn around and just jump in.
Langston splashes on in. You guys see it steaming, and he's kind of, you see bubbles kind of roiling all around him, and seemingly having a good time.
Guys, I'll tell you what, water's great on the pores. I feel like a new man. Oh my goodness, you guys, you gotta get in. You gotta try it.
I wouldn't
I'm just,
say
like, floating on my back, like spitting water.
You can't like noticeably tell that he's like healing per se, but the waters themselves seem to be rejuvenating, and you know, just being in the heat of battle, the way that Langston portrays himself as he's in these waters doesn't exactly seem as if he just was in a battle.
Alright, so I'm gonna make sure the ship is secure before I get off it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna gingerly place myself into the water too. Since I don't have much in me.
We'll put one foot in, one toe at a time first. Psst, steaming hot. Little maybe uncomfortable for you at first, but you completely put your foot in there. As a cold-blooded being, that is. And then you get your body full on in there, and it feels very, very inviting, very comfortable, and like you're at home. Everything kind of around you just kind of drifts away. You're almost in this meditative state as you're sitting in this.
Start relaxing, and I look back at the crew and I say, Langston's right. Best time ever. And as I start feeling the warm water around me get a little bit warmer as I get real relaxed.
Dude, come on. It's been 1 minute.
I almost died. Come on.
That's, you know what, fair.
I'm like over in my corner, and I just sprint and just try and see how far I could dive like a little kid.
Spush! Actually, go ahead and make a athletics check for me.
Oh yeah, he's a runner. He's a
Or I guess it'd be acrobatics rather, not athletics.
acrobatics. Yeah, I was gonna say athletics. Ooh.
Yeah.
Acrobatics. The dice service error. What the hell?
Try again.
Hold on.
Here, runner, here, track star.
There we go. 15.
15, cool. You run and dive on in, barely leaving any splash behind you as you dip down below the surface. Extremely warm on your carapace, your very exoskeleton-like skin, and swimming around in here. It's a very unique sensation for you, and you start to feel some of these burns that were on your body becoming, even though you're in this hot water, becoming healed on over.
Hey now. Ooh.
Crick would see all this and just go, ooh, cannonball, and he would like just jump in and just jump over everybody, and he just nails the water, and it's a much more bigger splash than you think someone his size should make.
Yeah.
And then he just goes under the water for like 5 minutes. And you guys don't see this, but he sinks all the way to the bottom of the sea, touches the ground, and then, you know, it's like you're in like a swimming pool. You hit the ground, and then you like shoot up, and he just shoots back up to the top after like 5 minutes. Except it's 2.5 minutes down, 2.5 minutes up, and he just goes, "This is so great." As you just start treading water.
Incredible.
Langston's just like eyes go wide, and then after 3 minutes, it's just like he's good, right? I'm like looking around for validation, like he's fine, right? Should we? Is this is Crick behavior? We're dubbing this as Crick behavior.
I just look at him as I'm like bleeding out in there. It's like, I can't do anything about it right now. And I just drift off.
I think
Can't
anything
argue
out of
that.
the ordinary is cricked behavior. So
Yeah, that's in his wheelhouse for sure.
Captain, it's nice to see you kind of relax a little bit, take the edge off. I like this. This is nice. It's building morale here.
Well, almost dying will do that to you, you know? Hashtag blood loss.
Hey,
Boy, can I relate.
and Captain,
Yeah, I'll give you a hard time. Good job out there. You really kick some ass.
I am disappointed that I had to kill 2 of my kind, but
Whatever.
bastards really didn't give us much of a choice, did they?
Killed or be killed.
Amen. Amen.
As you guys sitting here soaking in the warm waters for a few minutes, of course, keeping the task at hand in mind, about 15 minutes, 20 minutes roll on by, and each one of you guys look over around at each other and you just notice that your burns, abrasions, and the bumps and bruises from this combat have begun to be are fully healed or almost fully healed. We'll see exactly how healed they are. Everyone can spend their 1 hit dice that you have if you'd like, and add your Constitution modifier to your health right now.
Hey.
So like as if you just
Okay.
took a short rest essentially, but without any other short rests kind of benefits.
oh, big money. No whammy.
We have to spend it though.
You have to spend
Yeah.
the hit dice.
Okay.
Oh, for a short rest.
Correct. Yes.
So it was
double check
a,
that. It says you can roll 1 on hit dice. Actually, it doesn't
Did
say
it roll
spend
one?
it. Don't spend it. Just roll it. Actually.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Why is
Seven
it not letting me?
plus-
Oh,
sorry,
okay. I'll just
plus
freaking.
Constitution.
Yeah, plus your Constitution modifier.
So in my case, mine's +1, so I have 8 back.
Cool.
Okay, so let me just roll mine real quick. Because I have the Constitution. I think I'm a D8, right? Yeah, I'm a D8.
As a cleric, yes.
Okay, so 3 plus 2, so I get 5. Hey, look at that.
Perfect.
Boy.
Look at you guys. Everyone feeling a bit rejuvenated and back to tip-top shape after having a quick little dip in these hot springs. Of course, the sun is high currently, and if you know that if you want to make your way to the caves and back for the day, you better make your journey quick.
All right.
All right. I think we
Wow.
get back in,
That's right.
and I'm
make
completely
sure
not
you
out of the
keep
breath
those
at all
missions
after
handy.
my dive.
You're not out of
Rick, your
what?
Constitution is baffling.
That's what I've been told.
But we need to go drinking sometime. I need to see what a drunk crick is like.
Okay, enough of this little happy little family moment. What the hell? We have work to do, crew, and I go back to my captain mode as I'm fully healed almost. And this is starting to piss me off.
You know,
that's
let's
why I
practice
Telepathically
and go.
communicate to Langston and Crick. I'm like, that was short-lived. I like
That
the
was nice
old,
while it lasted.
hot water.
I've always
captain.
been taught a crew is a family. Look over it.
Yeah. I haven't called my mom in years.
Oh, you probably should. Wonder how she's doing. Gotta check in.
I literally start growling electricity at him again. Let's
Dude,
go.
I don't even know where my mom is. All right.
And I'm just thoroughly confused about this word. Let's.
Okay, I'll draw you a picture later, idiots. Let's go, dum-dums. Take out the sails. Break down the the anchor. It's time to keep moving.
We keep going, and Crick is just thinking about Rampu's mom now. Just nonstop. Like, what's she look like? What's this picture gonna be?
You've set up expectations.
I'm like, huh. I'm just going about like perfect first mate style, just like Langston and Mantis. They're doing their things, but Crick's taking care of the boat.
It's fine. I'll be raising the anchor. I'll be on anchor duty.
Amazing.
I'm at the front of the ship with like 1 foot up on the thing, just looking like badassly forward.
As a
He's
ship,
just staring at the fucking rock in front of him.
yeah.
Waiting for the ship to start moving.
The ship kind of creaks. As you guys are all moving back behind it, the three of you, Manto, Crick, and Langston, all having to use everything you guys have to get the ship moving out of this area. And finally, you guys make your way back out into the waters, the open waters, closer to the coast, hugging around it. About another hour or so of travel.
And note, as they're pulling out, in my head, I have like a Pirates of the Caribbean theme song playing. And it just takes so long for them to move. It's like if you just left the soundtrack on way too long with nothing happening. It like restarts in the very beginning.
It's like
it went on too long.
Falling asleep at a sleepover in the 2000s when the DVD player was left on and the title screen just keeps playing over and over and over again. And you wake up at 4 in the morning and I've heard this song 500 times tonight. It's very specific, I know. All right. All right. As you guys continue on your travels, about another hour or two around the coastline here. Let's see if the scene loads up properly. Look at that. You guys can see your ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yar.
It's still afloat.
Still afloat. You guys can see that a cliff of dark gray stone towers 200 feet above the crashing waves, which rush in and out of a yawning cave mouth to your guys' southeast. A swirling slick of colors dances on the water's surface, emanating from the cave entrance.
I point to the cave. I say, crew, I believe that's what we've been looking for.
Well, let's get to it. Wait, is this
start?
is this the cave where the like octopus would like be? Like this is what they're referring to?
And I start looking around for the octopus to see if I spot it.
Okay. Go ahead and I'll allow you to make a perception check and add your double your proficiency bonus to it. So if you're already proficient, then just add your proficiency bonus one more time.
Okay. Perception, you said?
Cool. All right. So with a 20 then total.
Okay, so it'd be a 22.
I think it's 20 because it's the. Are you?
Yeah, 20. You're good. You're
Cool.
good.
So you guys are continuously sailing on to the south, getting closer and closer to this entrance here. As you're looking down, keeping a good gait, staying nice and slow as you guys are entering, getting closer. You can see underneath the surface of the water some swirls with some colorful, faintly glowing spores, and perhaps it's even reacting to the movement of something under the surface of the water down there. You can definitely see some sort of bright color swirling underneath the surface. I'd say right about this area.
So just like translucent, like tie-dye just swirling in the water kind of thing.
Yeah, it's hard to with the refraction of the light and the kind of rippling of the water on top of the surface, it's hard to make out in exact detail, but you guys can see swirls of some sort of colorful glowing light, some sort of movement underneath there too.
So I pull out the wind harvested. By looking at it, would I be able to figure out how long we'd be able to breathe underwater after consumption?
Yeah, Rampu would let you know that each one gives you about an hour's worth of breathing underwater.
Gents, do we think this is in our best interest to pop these real quick if we're thinking we have to get down there?
I'll remind you that the cave itself is not underwater.
So no, that would be
Wait, so,
dumb.
hold on, what'd you say?
The
Nate,
cave,
you
cave
kinda-
itself is not underwater.
Oh, just the spores are.
Correct.
Like
Just
on the
You
water.
guys
Oh,
can
okay.
see some sort of
Essentially-
colorful things moving around under the
Gotcha.
water. Rampu is looking out for the octopus, so he sees something moving under the water right here.
I think it's more potentially a giant octopus pulling us underwater. To the left of the boat, is that like a cliff or is that like a coast that we could walk on?
There is like I'm sorry, I clicked on the boat. Like right here, you guys could. That's like ankle deep water that you guys could walk along. But right here, that is a vertical wall of the coast.
Okay.
Like a cliff. Yeah.
Got it.
Should we maybe park the boat and then we could, navigate our way like on the coast? That way we don't risk any damage to the ship.
That would
Well, I
be a
think-
good idea, I think. We need to make sure this ship gets us home. I vote for that.
Anyone opposed? We go on foot, maybe can scout, a little bit closer what this thing might be like, and then if we need to, sprint back, get on boat, hightail it.
Makes sense to me.
All right.
In that case, and I do my whole yelling at, but like a very aggressive whisper, because I don't want
Please
to
don't yell. Please don't yell.
Lower the anchor.
Like and like the
Goddamn
anchor's
butts.
already down. Like Crick's
down
already put
the
the anchor
sail.
down.
It's already all been taken care of. Oops. Yeah, as Crick has anchored down, sails ready for you guys to be docked, and
Well, that's why you're the first mate.
All right. Are we good to beach then? We're good to disembark. We'll move along the sides here and see if we get a little closer.
Let's do
Crick
it.
kind of hops off.
There we go.
one by one, each one of you guys get off of the boat and splash on into the waters here, about ankle to knee deep, so this is considered difficult terrain as you guys begin to walk through here. Sloshing through step by step, making your way closer to the cave mouth entrance. You guys can see, as you guys begin to actually make your way on down further and further, that there are multicolored fungus that covers the walls of the tunnel to the entrance. You guys can see bioluminescent glow filling the cavern with dim light, and as I mentioned, the surface of the water swirls with a colorful, faintly glowing spores, perhaps reacting to the movement of something under the surface there.
So how do we want to go about this? Because there's something lurking. Go ahead.
Captain, if we're able to see the myconids from where the octopus is, do you want me to try and get a telepath so that I can try and get their attention before having anything to do with the octopus?
You can communicate with them and avoid a combat. That would be ideal.
How
Yeah,
high
so-
is this hill?
The face of the coast itself, it's like a vertical. There's only a staircase that ascends and descends to go up it. You could try to climb it up if you want, but let's see how high it actually is itself.
Yeah, like I have a potion, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, what are you trying to do as you climb on up? Because I don't see a benefit to that.
Well, like if I climb
way-
up, I can drop a rope down, have everybody else climb up, and then
Um,
now we're on top of the hill. But I don't know.
But there's the cave entrance is down here.
Yeah, okay.
By the way, we're counting
Yeah.
this as coast, correct?
Yeah, this is definitely coast.
Because if we're traveling for more than an hour, then difficult terrain doesn't slow my group travel,
There you go.
and we can't be lost. by magical means.
Well, how about that? Guys, get yourselves a ranger.
Let's go.
Let's roll then.
All right, so I guess I'll be at the.
So,
at the front, I
Rampu will
guess.
lead you guys then, if that's the case. And Rampu, how do you like navigate them through so that you don't slow down the pace?
I would. So I go back to my ranger training, where they taught us this very awesome skill set of walking on water in a way where you can move around without being detected. And this fancy technique, to the untrained eye, might look like we're just hitching up our little pants like skirts and taking very pointy, long strides. But to the trained eye, that would know that makes us super stealthy. And it's the only way to travel.
The only way.
Can we see that one more time?
Such a terrain. It's just a little pointy.
The point of the toe.
Incredible. Incredible.
So pointy.
As you guys all begin to make your way closer and closer, you guys lead the way, or Rampu lead the way to where exactly you take them. As you look down into the water, you can see churning below the surface something moving about right around here.
I'm going to try to move as stealthily as possible, to where hopefully this thing won't feel us disturbing the water and we can sneak past it into the cave. Or at least get close enough to see them make a noise and
Okay.
you can try mental connection.
Everyone make a stealth check then for me, please. See if you guys can stealth on by him.
Can I give myself guidance for this?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think it's gonna
Like-
matter because I'm very not stealthy.
I'm also not stealthy for that matter. So let me see. Hold on.
Wait, Manta rolled a
Okay.
10?
I rolled a 3 with a,
Oh,
a
I rolled
7.
a 7.
Manta is
It's the
supposed
same
to be the
with
sneakiest one.
You're
Okay.
the fucking lowest.
So I roll with disadvantage.
dice
but
have
then
been
I get
shit.
a
I'm telling you.
D4.
Carlos took all the good dice.
Hold
Dude,
on.
that happens. He's a fucker. He takes all the crits.
Ooh, Langston got a 14.
Nice. All right. So the four of you guys, tiptoeing on across as if you're a criminal in the Pink Panther. You guys, each one, yeah, burn them. It's very, very sneaky. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. One by one, you guys take steps across. You watch as the churning under the water of this figure underneath there swims about, moving from area to area, searching about. And as you guys get closer and closer to the cave mouth entrance, you can see the form of it now, churning underneath the water surface.
Hey, can I stop you real quick?
Sure.
Because before I actually enter the cave, I want to use a turn to a chameleon carapace to blend in with the wall. Like my top layer would blend in with the wall or the cliffs, and my bottom layer would kind of blend with the water and possible.
Okay. So yeah, you guys begin to stealth on in, get a little bit sneaky. As you're making your way past, you see this creature underneath the surface, swimming about, jetting. It also changing its colors and its appearance to hide in different nooks and areas that it swims under. But as you guys, very, very sneaky, and with the lead of Captain Rampu, the ranger of the coastal regions, you guys are able to sneak on by this guardian at the gates, at the entrance of the cave entrance, and make your way on past him into the actual cave entrance itself, where you guys can see a 50-foot high cavern of a forest of multicolored fungi, ranging from tiny filaments to tree-sized mushrooms. You guys ascend up a natural staircase of stone columns, you see another one to the east wall that leads up about 10 feet higher from this level here to another cave room up to the north. You guys look in here, you see water burbling down from that upper cave and collects into a large pool. And in front of that pool there, you see two small mushroom-like people who are working amid the mushrooms here. Let me go ahead and not hide them. Oops. And you guys begin to walk on in here, and you see them working. You get this sickening smell, like sulfur, that just lingers and hangs in the air. And still a bit stealthy right now. You guys are sneaking on in, I suppose, or how do you make your moves on in?
I would telepathically speak to Rampu. Do you want me to approach these myconids and try and gain a connection?
Yes. I would say be as respectful as possible, but be brief. Let them know we're here to help, and possibly try to get them to lead us to whoever's in charge.
Okay. I kind of move to the front of the pack, while still keeping distance from them. I'm looking at both of them to obtain a telepathic connection, in which I then kind of speak. Hey there, Tarek sent us to come down here.
As you speak these words telepathically to these smaller myconid sprouts, they look like they're younglings, especially, the size of them. You watch as they're over here by the spring water and working, and they hear your voice, and they quickly turn around, looking all around the room, and they spot you eventually. It takes a couple of seconds as they see you in this strange form. Your carapace colors changed, and of course, like a very bug-like person. The one of the tiny myconids, they both actually begin to step backwards, stepping on some of the mushrooms behind them, and you see one of them tap the other on the shoulder and points up to the top of the hill behind him, and it begins to run around. And the other one, as he does that, kind of flies by the other one, and the one myconid falls into the water, splashing right there. You see it flailing all around. Its head bobs up on the surface and then goes back down below the water. You see the one that was free look over at it frantically. It's hard to really make much emotion from their face, but as it looks on over, you see spores emit from the top of its head as it begins to try to run up the stairs. And as it begins to run up the stairs, do you do anything?
I walk around the spores, attempting not to breathe them in, and I'm like, again, I'm telepathically speaking to both of them. Fear not, I come in peace. Because Tarek sent me. He's a friend of the myconids.
You're saying this to the one, and you see the other one splashing around in the water, like drowning right now, it looks like.
Real quick, then I would kind of beeline over, and I'm like, here, take my hand. Let me save you.
It looks up at you, unsure for a moment, expressionless on its face. You can really just make out eyes as facial features on it. Starts to burble back down the surface, and then it pops back up, and as it does, it's gasping, and you see one hand kind of reach out for you.
Yeah, and I grab it and kind of shrug it out.
Kind of drag him out of the water here. His body pulls across some of the mushrooms on the ground, flattening them and smashing them into the earth. And you see the other one, the one that you're originally first talking to, let out like a sigh of relief, goes over to him and begins to inspect him and look over at him. And then as he does that, more spores shoot out of his head, and as that happens, it envelops all around you, and you get this sense in your mind as if you've been opened up to as if you just tapped into some sort of communication line. You can hear voices begin to speak out in unison, all together, different voices of sorts. And the one now that lets out those spores, you can tell that he's the one speaking telepathically in your mind to you. It says, "Thank you, strange bug person. Unsure what your purpose was when you come in here, but seeing you save my brother like that, you must be a good one. Mama, Papa, come. We have visitors." And up from the top, you see two other adult myconids begin to frantically make their way on down. And they see the one covered in water, shivering, a little worse for wear right now. And as they have this line of communication open with you, they look over at it and they look over at you. And they look, you can sense a palpable confusion and anger for a moment. But one of the sprites shut up and say, "Mama, no, he's good. This bug man save us. Save brother. If not for him, brother might be dead." And you see these myconids begin to walk over. A few of them have black marks on their arms and their body, looking a little bit like a rot has started to take over them a little bit. Looks over at you and says, "Green man, thank you for your help. What brings you to our caves?"
Before I continue on with my story, I kind of gesture to behind me to the rest. Again, I don't want to startle you guys. I come with the rest of my crew, and then I kind of gesture for them to come forth, and I say, "If it's okay with you, can you open them up to your connection as well, so you need to chime in as to what I'm about to speak of?"
As he looks over at you, "Typically, guest not allowed here. Outsiders bring harm, danger to our caves."
Understood. Again, I wanted to reiterate, Tarek from Dragon's Rest kind of sent me. He said that you guys had a nice relationship with him. He hasn't been able to get in here for quite some time due to the fungal octopus that's guarding the cave. He sent us. Go ahead.
No, you please. Sorry, I thought you were done.
So, and we kind of have a couple missions at hand at the moment, this being one of them. So we wanted to see kind of what was going on.
See, as you speak of Tarek, kind of give a look of recognition to that name. "Yes, Tarek, human from Dragon Rust. Sorry, we have kept him out, trying to figure out what the problem is in cave. You see, a blight, a sickness, has been taking over our peoples. Especially our leader, Senensa. She is sick."
And you think that could be from outsiders coming in? If you think that, I do apologize for...
It's not that I think that it's from outsiders coming in. It's just we need to keep us isolated and try to figure out where the problem does come from.
At this point, we still can't hear, right?
You guys can't hear this conversation exactly. No.
Do we just see Manto staring at the mushroom?
Everyone is just staring at each other.
Just
Yes.
So I'm just looking over at Manto. I just whisper over at Manto, "What's the deal?" And I don't, I'm kind of jittery. Hopefully we don't have to fight these people. But I do notice their arms and stuff, and said there's stuff all over them. So I would be asking him what's wrong with their arms.
And I
Not
kind
knowing
of,
that he's actually like figuring that out as we speak.
so you're still trying to figure out the site of the sickness that is currently hurting you guys. Is that kind of what I'm hearing?
That is correct. Many of our family have fallen ill to this blight.
Well, I run over to the group and I kind of gather up the food scraps that Tarek had given us, and I come back with the food scraps, and I'm like, Tarek, and I hope this is okay with you guys, because again, you guys are trying to figure out where this blight is coming from. Tarek sent me down with some food scraps, in hopes to maybe get some hardcap mushrooms. Again, I hope the food scraps aren't what are potentially causing this sickness. But do you have any potential kind of ideas as to what it could be?
I think as he first looks over at the food scraps, you see kind of very excited energy emanating from him, and looks over at the scraps, says, Tarek always was good to us. We have felt bad having to shun him, but we need to try to find out where exactly the illness is coming from. It seems, from our opinion, that something within the cave is causing it itself. I do not believe it is Tarek or the food scraps, but eliminating any factors has been helpful with healing and figuring it all out.
Understood. Now, again, my buddy back there, the tall red-headed one with the scarf, he's actually very good with examining other creatures to see what kind of ailments they have and potential fixes to that. Do you mind if I have him take a look at this, and maybe he can figure out the root cause of where it's coming from?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage because you gave him the food scraps.
Yay, persuasion with advantage. Jeez.
Carlos has all the rolls.
That's why I'm the captain.
As you provide these scraps and say all this to them, it's still a little bit of an indifferent personality to you, demeanor to you. They say, we thank you for bringing this, but again, not sure how far our trust spreads. We need to eliminate any sort of factors, causes, anything extra that could be the curse or the reason for this affliction.
Understood. Again, I was just trying to help a friend of a friend who I now believe is my friend.
I cannot, won't stop you if you want to continue further. However, just, we'll stay to our thing, you do your thing, and try not to, impede with us.
Understood. And Tarek, again, a wonderful guy. He's very good at kind of configuring potions and whatnot. Aside from the hardcap mushrooms that we're trying to obtain for him, is there anything down here that you might have that he could maybe use to help with, such as making a tincture or a topical ointment for this?
Kind of looks at you, a little curiously. There are plenty of different natural remedies, ingredients that you can use to create all sorts of man-made elixirs. What you choose to do with them is your own, for you to decide, but If you go deeper into the cave, there are more and more types of mushrooms throughout.
At this point, that we're still like totally shut out, I'm like getting antsy
Mm-hmm.
and been doing some thinking too. And I say, Manto, uh, ask him if they've been exposed to humans recently. Notice their arms reminiscent of almost of the zombies. I feel like these things might be connected. And ask them if, for the love of God, they can open up communications to the rest of us. I really think we could all help each other out here.
I'll see what I can do. Have you guys been? Okay, so I'm going to refer the several shipwrecks that have happened in Stormwreck Isle. But have you guys been exposed to any other outsiders? And can I kind of look at the blight and kind of further examine to see if like I can kind of not necessarily like confirm that it looks similar to that of zombies, but like have I been able to like would I be able to recognize exactly what it is?
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Oh my god, I'm
Mhm.
done.
Oh yeah, really, of course, like you've never really dealt with myconids yourself, so trying to figure out exactly what it is, it's gonna be hard to do. And they themselves, who are myconids, they're not exactly sure what this is, that's causing this. But they do explain as they have already, and kind of continuing on with their story and explaining what's going on here. As you look over at them, it's like, yes, I mentioned it's been happening for a couple of weeks now. It seems like this blight, it's starting to really do a number on us. There's not sure where it is coming from, but it seems to be that the kind of sniffs into the air, the fumes that you smell in here currently, around the time that they started lingering, is about the time when the blight began too.
Around what time did you guys notice this smell of kind of sulfur? Like, did any sort of occur when you noticed the smell?
Did any? I'm sorry.
Was there any sort of incident that you're aware of occur around a similar time that you guys noticed the sulfur smell?
No, just seems that the fumes, the smell, it comes from a room in the back of the cave where the crystals grow.
Do you mind if you either show us, take us, or just point us in the direction of that area? And will we be able to find more mushrooms along the way?
Along the way, yes, but no mushrooms grow in the room with the crystals. And he kind of points up to the northwest. Go that way, and then go that way. Yeah, and then he points west from that way. Just kind of giving you guys a general direction.
That's just been quiet this whole time, and all of a sudden he just goes.
Yep.
I just like look back at the guys, and I just kind of like put a thumbs up.
Maybe that way.
I would also say that way.
Yeah,
You-
totally wanted to go that way.
And then, last thing, do you mind if my crew comes along to check out the crystal room and more mushrooms?
He looks at you and then looks at the crew. It'd be wise to stay away. But again, I cannot control what you and your friends decide to do.
Well, I feel like it might be in your guys' best interest if we went in the room. That way we can maybe help you with this blight.
He looks at you as you say this. You help us with this blight. You can take any mushroom in the cave.
I will do what I can. And again, maybe with the information that I obtained today, maybe Tarek, or we return the information with Tarek, and he may be able to concoct something to help you guys.
We shall see.
Thank you again for trusting me and allowing me to become part of your connection.
You are welcome. It is not often we allow outsiders to communicate with us through our report spores. You may enter with your friends.
Again, I thank you very much, and you can certainly trust us.
I certainly
And then
hope
I walk back to the group, and I'm like, again, I pretty much give them the rundown of like, they have this sickness. They don't know exactly where it's from. Please be respectful of the area, as they don't want any outsiders coming in. They kind of notice the smell at the same time as the blight and the smell started coming from this crystal room, to kind of err on the side of caution. And we are, as long as we are proactively helping with the blight, we can take whatever mushrooms we possibly want. So with that being said, I'm thinking we are looking for obviously the hard cap mushrooms for Tarek, plus any other mushrooms that we feel might be able to benefit us as well as them. Sound like a plan?
Now, that sounds like a good idea to me. Now, clearly, whatever's going on with these people has something to do with the zombie stuff. So maybe when we get to that room, we try to hold our breaths or something. Limit the inhalation of the fumes. Something tells me that something in the myconids is slowing down the reaction, but those that are sick will eventually turn into what we saw at the beach. God knows how it's going to affect us.
I'm not sure if there's a direct connection between the two. Whatever it is, we have to everyone, I guess. But again,
think about it. The fumes come out from this cave out into the water. It seems that the people being affected are the sailors that are being washed out from their ships. Put the two and two together.
let's just go in with an open mind, again, trying to help this group. And again, they don't want anyone, just anyone joining their connection. So it'll just be me having the connection with them for the sake of trust and kind of them erring on the side of caution for whatever the root cause of this blight is. So anything that you may want to discuss with them, discuss through me, in which I will then communicate to them. Again, have a little respect for the sake of them.
I think that makes sense. Let's just be respectful and investigate this lovely home.
Absolutely.
Walking forward a little bit.
Yeah, respect and get rid of the blight. You're with the right person for that. I can investigate this for sure.
Yep. Yeah, Langston, I tried offering your services.
Yeah.
To
I saw you
further
look
examine.
back at me and narrow your eyes for like 30 seconds, and then you didn't say a word, and then looked back. I didn't know if you were talking about me or what was going on. I was just like, okay.
Talking loud.
We
Mushroom.
really need to work on communication within this group.
You do. We all look
Well,
at Rampu.
So we are going to be heading you guys, which is the root of the sulfur smell. So yeah.
All right. As you guys all begin to make your way now into this glowing fungal infested cave, the smell of sulfur lingering in the air and getting stronger and stronger as you get deeper on into the cave. We will pick it up here the next time we get together to find out what exactly lurks in the depths of the Seagrove Caves.
Beautiful.
Happy
Thank you
tone.
guys. Yeah, anything you guys want to add before we close it off for the night?
So the one's a morel. Is the other one a chicken of the woods?
It kind of looks like it, right? A little bit. Some sort of
Yeah.
polypore,
Dude, I love chicken.
right? That's not a polypore, right?
Yeah, chicken of the woods is a polypore. Yes.
Gotcha. Right on, guys.
Are we talking types of mushrooms?
We are.
Is that
We
what
are.
this is?
We are.
Oh,
Yeah.
holy hell.
Weirdos.
Fucking
Weirdos.
losers.
Fucking
Oh, you guys are casting
shrooms.
spells.
Well, guys.
Morel Latin is a morchella,
Yes.
and chicken. Oh my god, why am I drawing?
It's
such
a weird
blank?
one.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
I like
is.
it.
High something, right? I don't know. Doesn't matter, cause
Yeah, it'll get you high. It'll get you high, Nate.
It's
Oh,
late.
yeah.
It's like Laetoporus. Laetipou.
You're right. Yeah.
O-R.
No, it doesn't sound
He
right.
was right. All right,
Was
guys. That is
not
it.
me.
No more mushroom
Me.
talk. We'll talk more about mushrooms
Yeah,
next time we're
Laetoporus
together.
sulphurus, and then there's also Laetoporus cincinnatus.
Luke, shut up.
Right, shut up. He's trying to sign us up.
I'm just kidding.
God damn it.
Shut up wasn't serious. All love, guys. Thank you for playing. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Hope you all have a great Sunday night. We'll catch you next time. Look out for those goblins under the stairs. Later, guys.
Blah, 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 blah.